Hello all, welcome to the third session of Independent Yoga. This is Aishwarya. Before going into today's session, I just want to answer the frequently asked doubt, which is nothing but some people told me that they lack of flexibility to do yoga. They think that yoga is very much into flexibility other than being fit. So I just want to clarify that alone here, which is nothing but, have you seen babies? They tend to possess a high amount of flexibility. Once we were also babies, so the flexibility is an inbuilt quality for every human being. Only the lack of practice, lack of physical activity practice alone makes a difference when it comes to the terms of flexibility. For example, if I ask a person to touch their ankle but they could able to reach only the area below their knees, then the angle of flexibility differs. They couldn't able to reach the ankle, but in a practice, in a continuous practice, one can achieve the enormous amount of flexibility, which is an inbuilt quality of the human. So if you were not able to achieve the posture that were taught during the class, don't hesitate, keep on try, do as much as possible to you, bend as much degree that is possible to you. It's not a wrong one. Through regular practice, you can definitely achieve the right posture someday. With that note, we'll move on to the today's session.
Before going for the new mudra meditation, we are going to repeat the primary meditation practice. First, it is hand concentration meditation. Then comes the spacing. Then we'll be doing Chin Mudra meditation. Since we are doing independent yoga, it is necessary to follow this primary meditation practice before practicing any new mudra meditation. So now, let's see the new mudra meditation. Shuddh Mudra, a base for mudras. This is a detoxifying mudra. So this is how you should keep the mudra in both the hands. Your thumb finger tip should gently press the spot below the bottom line of your ring finger. Keep this mudra in both the hands and be in meditation for about 15 to 20 minutes. You can do this mudra even in other times as well without doing the meditation. This is the first step for Paschimama Namaskarasana. Turn back. Take your hands in Namaskara position as you inhale the breath. Since this is the first step, you are just required to breathe in and breathe out in this position. I repeat. Take your hands at the back. Go to Namaskara position as you inhale the breath. Afterwards, the breathing could be normal. Just breathe in, breathe out for 20 seconds. Again, repeat it for 2 times. Along with the Paschima Namaskara Asana breathing pose, try to repeat these 2 breathing exercises for about 2 minutes each. Try to hold your breath for about 15 to 20 seconds in each pose. Hip twister. Close your hands using Adi Mudra. Ensure that the knuckles are joined with each other. Twist it without bending the legs. This is a vital exercise for your lower back, hip, thigh and leg muscles. Repeat for 10 to 20 times. Be in Makarasana and do this warm up before doing Dhanurasana. Start doing the back flapping with one leg. Keep your hands in plank position and back flap with one leg. Ensure that your foot touches your back. Now back flap with both the legs. Do it for about 20 to 30 times in a stretch. Then take a break and do it again. Do this for 2 times before doing the asana. After doing back flapping, take a plank for about 2 to 3 seconds and go to Makarasana. Then start doing the Dhanurasana. Dhanurasana, being in Makarasana, now fold one leg, now fold both the legs. Hold your ankle with both the hands. Try to stretch back. Inhale and stretch back so that you can hold the posture for 5 to 10 seconds. Repeat this asana for 3 times. This Dhanurasana improves flexibility in the body and straightens the spinal cord. It also strengthens the inner muscle of the stomach. Pregnant ladies and heart disease patients kindly avoid doing this asana.
So that's the end of the session. Hope this session is helpful to you in this quarantine period. And before bidding an adieu, I just want to conclude the session with a strong message. Once Lord Buddha was asked why he has been seated on the floor every time, being a high knowledgeable person, why he always sits down on the floor. For that, Buddha replied, I sit on the floor because I don't want to fall down. Hope you understood the message. Sitting down on the floor has a greater effect on your body's health. So try to sit down on the floor as much as possible to you in your daily routine. So with that note, kindly follow these yoga sessions at least thrice in a week. We'll meet you all in the next session. Stay healthy, maintain social distancing, stay safe. Bye.